Hey guys, and welcome back to Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon. We come now to the second mansion of the game, Haunted Towers. Not to be confused with the spiral level of the same name. This mansion is basically sharing living space with a gigantic tree.
I like trees. I'll explain more later on, but I like trees.
I think that may win the most bland sentence of the year competition. I'm just saying, man, you can't just say something like, I like trees and not expand upon it.
True, but, it means we've got more to talk about later on. There's other stuff to do here.
True. Me and Mexi just got done recording the commentary for the Lakebed Temple in Twilight Princess, and now we gotta do more stuff involving hydroelectricity. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
That's not quite poetry, but...
Okay, Mr. Oxford-educated person.
Cambridge, not Oxford. Wrong one.
They're all the same thing to me, I'm a pleb. Anyway, what did you think of Haunted Towers, your first run-through of the game? For me, it was probably my second favourite mansion of the game, next to Mansion 4.
I have to say, it is a pretty damn good mansion. I mean, just the design of it is fantastic. I mean, there's also, I like certain elements of what it does. It's like there's a mission later on which introduces a ghost type, which I both love and detest. But also it's just got quite a few really nice designed areas in it, and it introduces quite a number of new mechanics, which are just quite fun. So I really liked it.
Great music as well, very imposing, intimidating, something beginning with I.
Insidious? That's not quite.
That sounds smart enough, I guess, so we'll go with that. Okay, our first objective is to open up the front gate and then check out the hydroelectric thingy.
It's a good plan. I mean, I'm slightly concerned that for pretty much all of these mansions, the key is literally just outside. They've put it in a flower, a mouse had it.
What were the owners doing when they were in the process of dying, trying to stash the key away?
Oh dear, it's like putting a key under, like, the mat. Like, it's a very bad idea, because someone could find it and get in and steal stuff. I mean, it's not like there's exactly anything much here to steal, but...
Oh, there he goes. Ah, this was the most simple mission ever. Good stuff.
But it's never going to be that simple, you should know this by now.
Okay, Egad, give us a scoop. Oh boy.
Going to be doing lots of climbing today, aren't we?
Now don't forget, we can get booze on our first run through of each mission now. So be on the lookout for stuff that's disappeared. Make good use of the dark light device.
In this sense, the booze have been improved dramatically from the first game, because you don't have to go back to old rooms to get them. They're just in the mission. Also, I like that this one's called Mambu.
Yeah, they retained the whole silly nicknames thing, which is very charming.
And if you want me to be a complete sado, I can go into little bit of history on Mambo, but not a lot.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a minute, go.
Right, so, according to Wikipedia, because obviously, brilliant source of information, it's a musical form and dance style that developed originally in Cuba, with further musicians kind of in Mexico and the USA. Apparently it means conversation with the gods in Kikongo, which is the language spoken by Central African slaves taken to Cuba, which is apparently a thing. I kind of mostly know the term Mambo from Mambo number 5.
Yeah, same.
So it's like a little bit of Mario in my life, a little bit of Luigi by my side, a little bit of Peach is all I need, a little bit of Daisy is what I see, a little bit of Bowser in the sun, a little bit of Yoshi all night long, a little bit of Rosalina, here I am, a little bit of You Makes Me Your Man.
Okay, well, that was...
Yes, I wrote that.
You wrote that?
Well, I took the original lyrics and just stuck Mario names in them because I'm a sado.
That's basically how I do all my remixes, so it's fine. Okay, moving on. Ew.
It's gross. And then there's frogs. Ugh, I hate frogs.
Yeah, I don't think... No. I'm thinking wrong here. The mice are still here, but there's other little critters that skitter about like the frogs here. I think we'll also find a copious amount of ravens, just to add to the creepy atmosphere of Haunted Towers.
Yes, we've got the wonderful ravens coming up soon, but I've got like a phobia of frogs. It's really weird.
Oh goody, this is exactly what I needed. Home base of the damned.
It's kind of reminding me of that scene in that, I think it was Percy Jackson, the first one, that it was a bit rubbish film, but I think there was a scene in a greenhouse. It's kind of reminded me of that.
I think we're about to come across a new type of greenie here. Wait for it. There we go. The ones with shovels, they'll basically use it to cover their face, but you can use the dark light device to make them prematurely drop it, and then give them a zap and suck them in.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do get quite a good variety of greenies in the game. Like, because we've had just standard greenie, we've had the ones with the glasses, we've had the ones with the pots and pans on their heads, now we've got the spade ones. They're just kind of... They're very resourceful, the greenies, aren't they? Speaking of greenies, here's our mansion jewel, the emerald, my absolute favourite type of precious stone. Emeralds are pretty awesome. I'm assuming part of your favouritism of emeralds is the fact that they come in Sonic. Well, there's that, and the fact that I'm, part Irish, so I guess there's like a cultural thing going on. True. Well, it did say it was overrun with plants on the line, but I didn't expect mutant Venus flytraps. I'd say they very much remind me of the design of Carnivine. A little bit, yeah. And also it's really making me think of Little Shop of Horrors right now, even though I've never seen that musical. I really should do. Feed me, Luigi! Feed me now! I still find it brilliant that it's Alan Menken and Howard Ashman who made Little Shop of Horrors, and then they went on to do all the Disney stuff. Oh, I love Alan Menken songs. Oh, they're brilliant. I almost sounded educated for a minute there. Lovely. I got an Ask.fm question about that. It's like, Richie makes you seem uneducated. Then again, you did fail GCSE science. I'm like, thanks. Thanks a lot. Why didn't you fall through that obvious hole, you asshat? I think I actually, when I first played the game, did fall through that hole because I didn't realise it was there. It's an idiot trap, basically. Are these ravens attempting to summon Satan or something? I don't know, but I think Alfred Hitchcock was right when he made the birds. I think he's got, like, a developer's credit for Luigi's Mansion 2. Does he?
Like, posthumously. No, I'm kidding, Richie.
I think if there's a picture of anybody in the dictionary under gullible, it is me, sometimes.
Oh, there's the mice. They just exist to annoy you, really, and ruin your sucking streak.
Yeah, they're kind of just dicks, really, aren't they? Also, something that I've noticed that the Greenies do when they're kind of doing their mocking thing, it's something along the lines of na-na-na-na-boo-boo. It's just like, what?
That's a very American thing. I don't think we say that over here.
Sometimes we do. It's very much playground stuff.
Trying to get into a good position to take out both these guys at the same time, but I've also got to take into account the mice, because as we all know, if I take a hit, I've got to do a retake.
I mean, there's a slight problem with room size sometimes in Luigi's Mansion 2, in that sometimes the rooms are slightly too small for you to be able to effectively deal with the ghosts, which can get slightly frustrating later on. At the minute, it's not that bad, but there's some rooms later on which are just... God, no.
Ooh, a new gameplay mechanic. I love this. Check this out.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Suck in the balloon plant, blow into it, and boom.
It's very much like Balloon Mario in the Super Mario 64 DS remake.
And also Super Mario World, where I think it first appeared.
Yes, I've never played Super Mario World, so I could never really comment on that one that much.
Sacrilege, mate, sacrilege. That's my favourite 2D Mario game, and I apologise for this, I cannot into depth perception.
There's another instance of that, I think in a couple of parts' time, where depth perception starts to become a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about these, the timed coin challenges?
They're a fun idea. I do quite like them. I think the fact that they do respawn afterwards is, if you fail, is for the best, because otherwise they would just be really frustrating.
Well, there's certain ones later in the game which are timed exclusive, and if you don't beat them, you basically have to restart the level.
Yeah, that's a pain.
That goes for certain gems as well.
Ah, yes. I seem to recall one of them. If it's what I think it is. That one might just be for money, but there's one I hate.
My favourite quality street sweet. Well, actually, I prefer those caramel barrels, really, to tell the truth.
I can't remember which one. I think I like the toffee, generally. Toffee, fudge, caramel, that's generally a good thing for quality streets.
Well, it's October, we can talk about candy.
Indeed. Although, kind of, quality streets and roses and heroes are mostly a Christmas chocolate selection.
Mate, you never have to justify eating chocolate, okay?
That's very true.
It's a thing for all year round.
Oh, and it wasn't a few parts later where the depth perception thing was coming. It's kind of after this fight, roughly. I'm kind of merging all of the missions together in my head somehow.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you, like, prepare to do stuff and try and ad-lib it at the same time.
Yeah, so it's here, where you kind of weren't standing far enough in and not dropping it.
Well, Tom, why don't you just turn the 3D on, because my capture card doesn't do 3D? You mean YouTube commentator? Okay, the trick here is you gotta weight this thing down, and then stand on this one, and then you can flash them all at the same time, and turn on the hydro generator.
I'm not looking forward to what's going to come after this.
Don't spoil the surprise. Not too dissimilar to the device that we used to turn ghosts into portraits in the first game.
It's very true, actually.
Oh, I never noticed the little EGAD symbol on the door thingamabobs.
I really like that the ghosts decide to have fun with the water here.
They may be possessed by a dark force, but damn it, they're going to enjoy themselves why they are. Okay, mission accomplished. Let's just go home and have no repercussions for this.
That would be good, I think.
Good stuff. Let's go home. It's never that simple, is it?
Nope, it never is. But I do like how they kind of did a nice little twist on the normal end of a mission. Because, like, you're totally expecting to just be going, and Luigi's about to do the pixel shifter level credits thing.
Yes.
And then they just kind of, like, nope, it's not happening.
This monstrosity is called a Gobber. It can spit up at you, it has a lot of HP, and is best taken down in multiplayer, but unfortunately we don't have an army of multicoloured Luigi, so we're going to have to do it ourselves this time.
I hate these guys so much.
The basic trick to the Gobbers is slowly move either left or right, and wait until he spits up, then dodge, and then press the A button to suck him in, just like that.
I mean, the thing is that when you've just got them on their own, they're fine, but as soon as you start introducing other ghosts into the mix, it starts getting really frustrating because of the spit on the floor and because the rooms are small, and they're probably one of the worst ghosts in terms of just being nice to deal with.
You'll notice it gave you ample room to move since this was our first encounter. They'll be a lot less gracious as the levels go on.
Indeed, and I seem to recall some particularly horrifying things in the Scare-Scraper / Thrill Tower / whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yes, multiplayer mode. Not a bad start to the mansion. I can promise you they won't all be gold ranks, but I won't give anything away.
I think I'm kind of just getting slightly hypnotised whenever the pixel shifter loading screen comes up, because I'm just like, just look into the green hole, and just kind of, just, ooh.
I use the loading screens to grab a sip of tea, really.
That's always a good idea. I feel really bad that I haven't had a cup of tea in, like, forever.
Like, you're slowly losing your English lesson, mate. You gotta keep that shit, like, on tap, just in case you're feeling a bit weak.
It's true, it's true. I think I might try and have some later today, baby. We'll see.
Sweet, now we can use the dark light device for longer before it starts to overheat.
Well, that's good. I mean, the thing is that you don't really tend to notice it that much, because you only use the dark light stuff, like, a little bit at a time. But it's nice that it does upgrade.
Well, if you start to use it in combat, like I did on the Greenies, because you can wait for them to drop their defences, but you can make them do it preemptively using the dark light, so upgrades help in that regard. And that, my friends, was a pretty good start to the second level of the game, but there's a lot more to come, so we'll see you next time when we investigate the Pinwheel Gate. See you then.